Yo and hello, it's me. Just call me T Marie, and welcome to another episode of PCPOV. This week we sit down with Rod Raspy, and we talk about all things hype. We talk about a little bit about all the different hats that he wears, the different things that he does. We talk a little bit about the difference between the sheep and the hype beast, as he so eloquently put it. And he also digs deep into this, philosophy of hope versus fear that he seems to have. So, as always, pour up, roll one, and press play so we can get into the show.
And so, he missed the superstar on the phone right now. So, nah, have your phone call.
Oh, I'm just wondering when y'all ready to do the interview, though.
I was just about to start, and you picked up the phone at the very
Oh, you want to start now? We can start now. Yeah.
So, hello, Mr. Superstar. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome. This is PCPOV. Welcome to your very first episode.
Is it your very first
Well,
episode?
it's your very first episode. You might be able to come back on later on down the road and give the people an update.
I'm with it. I'm always with it.
So, the original format of introduction for all of my guests is you would do your name, your age, your relationship status, and your occupation.
Wow. Okay, so my name is Rod Raspy. My age is however you want it to be.
You can say mid-30s, early 30s, late 20s.
I'm in the 30 range.
Okay, the 30 range. Gotcha.
30 range. My relationship status is complicated because I'm married to my work. So it's hard to find females that are willing to have that threesome. And I guess I don't even know if I can really say what I do because I do a lot of things. So I'm just like a Renaissance man.
We're definitely here to talk about everything that it is that you do. So, you can give the bullet points now and then we could break it down piece by piece.
Okay, see, as of now, when I'm talking, I'm slowed down. It's because I have a couple of events that I got coming up in September, which I'm trying to arrange. So I guess, first and foremost, I'm known as a producer, then an artist, then event coordinator, then I own a couple of businesses. I do blogs. I do this segment with Lord Jamar and Rod Digger called Yeah Not I Mean Godcast. Instagram skits here and there. I do a bunch of shit. I do a lot. I do a whole lot. I'm your grandmother's sugar baby as well. That's also on the low.
Your grandmother's sugar baby.
Yes, I like the money and I like that she gives me gummies.
So another part of what I do is I mention how I met the person that I'm talking to. And so I met you at the Arizona event that got shut down, down in Bowery. Mm-hmm. They had a sneaker release where it was like you buy a can of juice or soda or whatever, you get these sneakers for free.
And someone getting stabbed up and robbed. And
listen,
I'm still waiting. Do you know that this guy I brought, this guy that I was working with, not working with him now because obviously he's, long story short, it was drama. But I brought him to the event, and he wound up getting the sneakers. I didn't even get a pair. He got a pair, but didn't tell me where he got them from.
Wait, not the dude that I met you with?
Yeah.
Him? Are you serious? Now you make me want to DM him on Instagram because that's foul. How did he get a pair?
Yo, it's just foul. It's foul. And not telling me that, he even put me on like, yo, this is where you're supposed to go and do this. He didn't even do that. He just got him like, oh, my bad, they just sent it to me. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, good for him, though, because them shits was cute. Like, they were
I hope they fall apart in the rain.
But the amount of drama.
I hope they fall apart in mid-walk.
But now, on some real shit, I feel like that was, like, my very first experience, like, because, like, it was two different events happening at the same time. Supreme had opened that same day, And then right around the corner up the street was supposed to be the Arizona event. So you have two sets of like large groups of people, young, urban, you know, kind of rowdy. And it just was like a complete shit show. One minute they say people wasn't going to get sneakers and they were going to get sneakers, then they wasn't going to get sneakers, then you had to have a wristband. It was like a whole big fucking thing.
I'm sorry, I need to smoke because I'm getting PTSD thinking about it. I just didn't even want to be there for that. I remember waking up stupid early in the morning because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this. I even planned out the clothes that was going to match with it, and I had a whole bunch of shit. Now I got a whole bunch of, like, pistachio green shirts.
I wanted the ginseng joints, too. I'm not even going to hold you. Don't jinx.
But I'll drink Arizona iced tea now.
But no, so I just don't understand. So, like, do you do events and stuff like that often? Like, are you a part of, like, that quote-unquote hype beast culture that you know when all of these, like, specific drops and shit is going to happen and all of that?
Well, you know what it is? I mean, when it comes to events, like, I like to pick and choose. I don't want to, like, just do events just to do an event. Like, it's got to make sense because at the end of the day, it's like anybody could do an event and it just be like, oh yeah, I just did an event. Like, but if it's not something that's like adding to the culture, then you know that's not really, you know, a real thing. Like you gotta do a party that adds to the culture, where like months from now people still talk about it. Like for example, I'll probably go to Pierre and be like, yo Pierre, you remember that Tommy Hilfiger party that we went to? Yeah, but how long ago was that? That was like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it was crazy. We still talk about it to this day. Like, I want to be able to, not even be able, I do parties like that where, like, you're going to remember it 2 months from now. When's the next one and blah, blah, blah. So, like, for example, like, we got a bikini boxing event coming up September 25th.
I actually had somebody ask me about it. I don't know if he DM'd y'all or not. Somebody asked me.
Then I'm going to do around Halloween, I'm doing a Halloween party. But we're going to call it Zombies, which is like, you can come in if you dress up like a zombie for free, and you can do shit like that. So, just whole thing.
Why a zombie though? Like you can't be a like.
What you mean, zombies? They always.
Sexy zombies.
Yo, zombies always want some brain, and I relate with them because I always want some brain.
Oh my god. Anyway, so your sexy zombie party on Halloween.
Yeah. See, what Halloween is, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna do like. What I really want to do, I want to do humans versus zombies and have like a big ass Jello fight. That's what I really want to do.
Jello fight?
Because it's the closest thing that looks like guts and brain. Just throw it at people and shit like that. But I really, it's gonna be Halloween. That's basically what it's be. So it's gonna be another weed party. I might do the weed carnival because all I was gonna do is I was gonna have a bunch of carnival games and you win weed prizes. But I might wait to do that, so I might just do the Halloween party and just call it a day. But yeah, that and then a bunch of concerts, and I got my hands just full on a lot of things, and I mean, not to mention music-wise and just coming out with this 2 sides to a story, working on the audio part 2. People already asked me to come out with Vapor Baby. These are all albums that I also been working on as well, and that's another thing. My manager was just bringing it up. He was just talking about people get confused about what you do. When at the end of the day, it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm this person, when there's so much shit that I do.
I mean, well, there's one thing to do a lot of different things, but I think when people ask what you do, they're asking for in the sense of like, what is your main passion? Like, yeah, everybody does and has their hands in a lot of different pots. If anybody who wants to be successful, anybody who wants to make a lot of money, they're gonna do multiple things. But like, what is the one that like you put your all into?
That's a good question, Beverly. I don't know. I like doing music because it's all natural to me. I like doing comedy because it's fun for me. I guess more so the music because I've just been doing it for so long and it's just easier for me. Like I just play instruments and I fall asleep and wake up to melodies. So I'm always constantly just creating in my mind. Like if I don't create something that day, I feel like the day is like wasted. I guess I can't even say music. I guess just create. I just like to create. I like to create a situation. I like to create a sound. I like to create a scenario. I like to paint a picture. So it's just like out of everything, creating is probably the thing that I go hard on.
See, because to me, I feel like your thing is social media. Like, you do more skits and more, like, little short clips and all of those things than anything else. I feel like your strength is really in, like, that social media shit. Like, you really seem to have a hand on putting out content and creating shit like that.
Well, it's only because, like, so after 12 albums, of course, you start to veer into something else and say,
wait, you got 12 albums?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
How long have you been doing music?
14.
14 years?
No, more than 14 years. But
More than 14. Since you were 14. Yeah. Do you perform? Do you do music videos?
Yeah.
Like,
I perform, I do music videos, I do a lot. You know what it is? It's like, once again, it's just like, I guess more so getting in that. I mean, that's probably why I picked the name Schizo, because it's just like, I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna be a rapper, and then next week, oh, I'm gonna be a singer, and a week after that, back to production, and then another week, oh, you know what, I got a funny skit idea, and there's just so much shit that just happens under one umbrella. Is just kind of difficult. So it's me containing it. Well, more so my manager containing it, because that's what he's trying to do. That's really the hard struggle part. So, like, I kind of fell back a little bit on Weirdo Wednesday, because that's where I do all my skits and stuff like that. Half of the times the skits that you already see, I've already done them months ago, and I just kept them in there.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Like, I'll do skits, I'll have them shits for like months and months and months, and I'll just be like, you know what? Today's the day I drop it.
So now,
I got a Christmas skit here already, and I got a Halloween skit in here already. Like,
all right. So you posted a skit today that I think you were talking, or I guess you must have.
The Asian kid, yeah, boy.
No, not that one. I saw that one too, but I saw
talking to the vet,
the old guy. So there was that one, and then there was the one with the dude that was playing the piano. I can't lie. It looks as though you're annoying the fuck out of these people.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like it. I like doing that.
Why do you want to be on the internet fucking with people that don't want to be fucked with?
It's fun.
It looks pain. I felt so bad for that man.
But you know what? It's like it gets him exposure at the same time. So you got
exposure for what?
He was playing music publicly, so therefore he wanted to be seen. So I was like, all right, I'll give you a platform.
That man had paint or whatever on his face. I mean, don't get me wrong. Your jokes was hilarious, but that dude did not look like he wanted to be fucked with.
So then why did he come out and play the piano?
He wanted to play the piano to make some money, not to be on somebody's Insta story. It's not funny. It's really not.
No, it is. You know what it is? All right, you got to look at it this element. If that's the case, I wonder how you feel about my Crocodile Hunter character.
I don't think I've seen those.
Exactly. You have a problem with me talking to crazy, insane men who play piano in the middle of the street? Do not watch Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah. But see, of course, now I'm going to want to go watch it. But I'm just saying, like, I don't see, like, for me, I don't, like, I'm a very big reader of, like, people's, you know, body language, their energy, shit like that. I figure out the right body language. Like, if I see somebody that don't want to get fucked with, like the other dude, like the old vet, I'm gonna sue you if you post my shit. Like, right, like he was mad. And I immediately took the camera away from him because I was like, all right, man, this old man right here, he might know some Vietnam tricks. So I ain't trying to get involved with that and shit. So I'll just be staying away from it. You know what it is? I always like to push the envelope whether it comes to music or skits or anything. Like, I like to push the envelope. I got a song on my album. Is basically, it sounds really nice and romantic, but The Hit in the Window is basically a song about me telling a girl that her face is so pretty I want to bust a nut on it. And you won't even be able to know that that's what the song's about. Wow. And you won't even know that that's what the song is about until I break it down for you. Is that something that you would say to somebody in their face? Yeah, I'd be like, yo, you got the, like, perfect face, like, the face, like, I want to paint your face. Like, I was, like, straight up, like. I want to paint your face. But if you're not, like, a painting artist, like, I don't think that. I also paint, too. See, so there you go. You know what? I'm not even going to touch that one. Oh. Because, I mean, to me, that just sounds weird. Like, I don't know how, like, if somebody said that to me in real life. If you heard the song, you'd be like, oh, that sounds so sweet.
You won't even know that that's what the song's about until I actually break it down.
Do you break it down in the song?
Hiddenly. It's there though.
I can't knock it. However, I just find that to be an interesting topic of discussion with your music. So, like, what other things do you talk about in your music?
Ooh, wow. I don't know. I've mentioned about wanting an old lady, wanting her to give me a gummy. I've said that before. You know what a gummy is? You ever had a gummy? No? Okay, that's when a woman takes her teeth out and just gives you head. Yeah. Yeah. Gummy's pretty cool.
That would mean that she's old enough to have her teeth come out.
Exactly.
I saw a movie and some lady said something like that. This would be the best.
I will give you a gummy.
No, don't see.
See, that makes certain people curious about trying to fuck with a crackhead because you know, like, their teeth.
A crackhead.
You know their teeth is gone, and they do that.
All right.
They'll suck the detail out of you for $3.
All right. So
good dialect.
So you mentioned earlier that you are married to your craft, married to your business, is, and all of that. Mad S's because you got a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what does dating and shit like that look like for you, and like meeting people and doing shit that you're doing?
Are you dealing with like 4 different elements here? So it's the one element of the FOMO, which a lot of girls is like, oh, I want to date you, but the reason why I want to date you is because, the fear of missing out on the events that you go to and blah, blah, blah. Those, I keep them right by the corner of the bed where the bed bugs is at. You can stay your dirty ass over there. I'm not dealing with you. If you only want to be with me just for events, you can sign up to a fucking newsletter. Then there's the extremely paranoid ones, the ones that just like to watch your Instagram, and any little like or heart or compliment or yo, I love your hair or whatever I would get immediately would be like, unfollow them, follow their parents, I curse them, give me a sample of their hair, like all this other shit. And I'm just like, damn, like what the fuck? I've never met this person before in life, and you want me to do what? Nah, I'm good. So that's another red flag of those type of people. Then there's the, you fucking around 3 months ago, nigga. Well, you got those, like, girls that just being around, like, flavor them up, him, and, like, when you talk to her, she just tell you about all the dudes that you fuck with that she used to fuck with. So it just becomes all weird. So it's just like, damn, yo, you from Baltimore and everybody in New York had you? Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, your shit probably look like beef curtains. Like, I'm not with that.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't want that. So it just, like, comes to that element where it's like, I either date somebody who's, like, a 9 to 5, but even that 9 to 5 person is like, yo, I don't like your lifestyle. I just want you to stay home with me and be a 9 to 5 person like me. And you gotta stay away from those. So in all reality, porno and masturbating is totally amazing.
But no, I mean, you made a few good points as far as like what the dating pool is like. The one person that I didn't hear you mention is like the gold digger or the.
Oh no, because I completely 100% avoid that immediately. If I ask a girl, yo, tell me a whole City Girl song, and if she can, I'm out. Like, a whole City Girl song.
Wait a minute, time out. Just because she knows a whole City Girl song, what the fuck does that mean?
A lot. I'm not talking about one that's on the radio, like one on an album that hasn't been heard.
Oh, okay.
If you could tell me that.
Then yeah, that's a different.
If I ask you what's your name and you started off with a cash signal, yeah, I'm not fucking with you. Like, we're not doing that. Like, I already know. Yeah, if you say, what's your name? My name is $VERN. No, you're actually like, I don't want to hear that.
Well, I mean, because
my name ain't different. My name ain't David Blaine. I do not trick.
Wait. Say that one more time.
My name is not David Blaine. I do not trick.
So explain what tricking is to you.
If we are on a date or I'm fucking you, I shouldn't feed you. You should be able to feed yourself.
If you're not on a
date or not fucking you, I shouldn't have to feed you.
So now when it comes to dates, what is your protocol?
Like if we know all right, we going out, we going on an event, it's me and you, all right, cool, I got you, I'll get you something to eat. But if we just linking up and chilling, you expect me to get everything and you won't even flick my balls? Nah, bitch, you better go ahead and peel out of your pocket and we going Dutch like the blunt you're trying to smoke with me. It's not happening. I'm serious. If we not dating or fucking, I'm not spending a dime.
I mean, there are 2 other men in the room. Feel free to chime in whenever y'all feel.
I don't think no one is disagreeing with it.
I concur wholeheartedly.
You concur with that sentiment?
If she's not producing, she's protruding. That's the way I
If she's not producing, she's protruding. I'm learning so much today. Like,
that's the way I look at it. It's my philosophy.
I mean, listen, I get it. I get it.
Women
No dude wants to be saved as free food. I understand.
Women are highly emotional creatures. They'll take a scenario that is them and blame it all on you, even though it's not your fault. But at the end of the day, we got to take that. Because the reason why we got to take it, because if we don't take it, then you're not going to give us pussy.
But we don't have to take it.
So we don't have to take it.
If you're going to act like that with pussy, then keep it moving.
Exactly. And that's the part about it where we have to think of the 50-50 rule of like, is it worth it? Yeah, flip a coin. And if it is worth it, I'll deal with your bullshit, but just a hairline amount of it. Just about, not even this, like this. This is where it's like an undertow like that. But, it like, for example, I'll give you a prime example. This girl right here, who knows me from Cali, was like, hey, I'm out here, I want to hang out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sure, let's go hang out. She so happens to forget her fucking ID. So now she can't go any fucking where. And it's my fault. What? It's my fault? I didn't say, no, you know what? Be illegal and leave your fucking ID in the hotel. I didn't say that, but that's exactly what it is. So a woman is supposed to expect the man to take... No. The venting that you go... No. Women give a lot of venting. Women vent a lot. You can't even say that they don't.
Women will vent a
lot.
And
they vent to those who they care about and they confine in. They don't just vent to strangers. So if
That's not true. Because there's plenty of times women will be drunk in the bathroom and will tell you their whole life story.
You didn't let me.
You didn't let me from a hole in the wall.
You didn't let me finish about intoxications.
Okay, so finish. I'm sorry.
Intoxications don't count because it brings down your vulnerability and it also brings down your secureness and it just brings down your guard and allows you to speak to everybody because that is what alcohol does. It inebriates your senses.
Okay.
It makes it confused. It's a form of poison. So you are taking poison and the results is allowing you to express yourself without a filter. Mm-hmm. Now, the equivalent of that liquor is a man that you're interested or intimate with. So therefore, you're able to express your feelings and all that. You know why? Because he's emotionally your punching bag.
Maybe not punching bag.
We see it as punching bag. Because it can just be any old thing and you'll take a swing. And we won't know what the fuck happened. And it might not be direct towards us, but you got to get it out so you can feel better. Let me ask you this question. Your father, was he present in your life?
No.
Okay. That allows you to be two things. One, unless you have other brothers, which I'm kind of realizing maybe you do. How many brothers do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. How many sisters?
1.
Okay, so you have more brothers than sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So your brothers were able to show you what a man's behavior was like.
My uncles, not my brothers.
Well, your uncles, but either or. You was able to see and then view that.
Mm-hmm.
Some women only grow up in a womanly situation where they don't have either a male figure or a male example to understand what to appreciate, grasp, and stay away from in life when it comes to other males.
Mm.
So that reaction gives a person a different view in life. For example, with you having brothers and uncles and all that, you was able to see the cons and the conjoints of a man, so you know what to look out for and what telltale signs are the ones that you either go away from or attract towards. There are some women that did not get any of that. That was just had no fathers in their lives, had no siblings, and all they know is like, okay, the only way I can get a man's attention is through lust or sex or something, or sometimes they could be like, oh, okay, well, if that's all they want from me, then I'll just capitalize and make money off of it. So there's always a few different ways. It's just, you just got to know that type of caliber of woman. And by finding out that is just knowing what their strength and knowing what their like drive is in order for you to judge that. And it's kind of hard for you to realize that, especially in New York, because a lot of women think they're the boss and they're the shit.
Nah, it's not even thinking that you the boss or you the shit. It's just you go through enough. No, you go through enough. You develop a certain type of toughness. Because granted, yes, I did have uncles.
Sometimes that toughness, though, can be, like, thwarted as conceitedness. And, like, at the end of the day, it's like, bitch, you coming over here acting all bossy, but you going home to sleep on a mattress the size of a tampon. Like, that shit's super thin. Like,
no. That's different. I see, and then I think that relates more to the hype beast, clout chase culture and all of that, to where people got to present themselves as something more than what they are. That doesn't have nothing to do with daddy issues, though. That's a whole different demon monster.
When I get back on the dating scene, I'm going to take a lot of women out first dates is to the pool. That way I can see if you're bald-headed, if you got fucked up skin. You can find out a lot.
Wait. You know they got waterproof makeup, right? Like, have you seen the videos of like bitches in the shower with full face beats and it does not move? Like, you know that exists, right?
Totally fine.
But I'm just asking if you know that exists. So taking them to the pool is not going to change anything.
I'm with it.
See, what I think that dudes need to do more so than anything in order to like get to know these women before they get played or before they get, you know, assumed to be tricks or whatever, is y'all gotta take the time to get to know women. A lot of dudes that you meet, if you're not willing to just jump into Netflix and chill, if you're not willing to just come over and kick it and blah blah blah, they don't even think that you're worth getting to know. It's like, oh, so you're not gonna come over? All right, so I'm over it. Like, I'm gonna get with the next bitch. So a lot of niggas cause that shit on themselves.
But then you gotta understand the double-edged sword though, because it's just like, although there is like that type, there's also the type where you can be like me, I'm a sapiosexual. I'm only turned on by somebody as soon as I know their intelligence is right there on the same peak. So I could be talking to somebody and everything could be so cool and be like, oh, la, 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 and all this other stuff like that. And as soon as that happens, some form of, yo, my phone's gonna turn off tomorrow. Do you think, oh yeah, all right, cool. You know what? They got some fucking booths right there on the corner. You can call me from out there. Bye, click. And I hang up because I already know where this is going. So I've already wasted my mental capacity to find out about somebody who ultimately wanted to string me along so I could pay for their fucking phone bill. So yeah, you have those type of situations out here. So women like that kill it for the intellectual woman that wants a man who wants to dissect their brain.
Oh, I need some ice.
Go out on a date and just only taking a picture of their food.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, no, don't talk about that because I take a picture of my food because I have a standard to uphold on Yelp. So yes, every time I go out to I am speaking for myself and myself only. I will take pictures of my food and not include you because number one, I don't know who you fucking with on the side that you might not want to be with in my picture. And number two, because I am Yelp Elite and I take pictures of my food everywhere that I go.
I don't have a problem with girls taking pictures because I have a sign that says I paid for it. And as soon as they take the picture, I put the I paid for it right there.
That's fine. You can put that sign all you fucking want. Yeah, he did. And it looks bomb. And I'm going to tell you if this shit tastes good or not.
How many guys in that phone do you have that's labeled under free meal?
I don't have anybody labeled under free meal. I have everybody labeled under your first name and where I met you.
That's good.
Mentally, in your mind, how many do you have labeled under free meal?
There is nobody that I depend on for a meal. Nobody.
That's what's up.
If anything, I turn down shit from dudes more than I try to take it. Because I know that dudes who offer, you not finna get me. Not I, said the cat, because I don't play those types of games. Because I will tell you where to go, how to get there, and who to go suck when you arrive. So you're not gonna lure me with nothing. Anything you do, you either got to do it out the kindness of your heart, or don't do shit. Because I will be the one to let you know how it go. But I get it. There are women out there who ruin it for other people. And I don't mind. Like, if a dude tells me, oh, I'm not going to spend blah, 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 then clearly you're not the dude for me. Because I am a lady. And you will treat me and address me as such.
Right.
I might tell you to go to suck my dick every once in a while. However, I am still a lady.
Can I ask this question? Like, where did women start to just form out the formality of a metaphorical dick? Like where does the metaphorical dick come out of? And then you have the fascination of telling people to suck your dick, but then when it comes to the point of a guy actually wanting you to do the act, it's just repulsive. I don't get that. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Imaginary libidos.
Well, no. See, when I tell somebody to suck my dick, I legitimately mean you can suck my dick. Like, so I have a dildo, and you can.
That's an attachment.
Literally, metaphorically, figuratively, whichever way you want to take it, you can suck my dick.
But that's an attachment. It's not really a dick. It's just like my my accessory. You can suck my accessory. That's what you say. You should suck my accessory.
Accessory is too many syllables.
That's
Fuck
it.
out of here.
Suck my accessory, bitch. Like, because
that makes sense.
This makes better sense.
Attach your nerve ending.
From being in New York, the thing with New York, you tell the next nigga or the next person to suck my dick, that's like grounds for we fighting.
Yep.
That's all right.
That's really grounds for a fight.
No, it is.
No. But see, that's the thing. Like, you have to be somebody who, if I've ever told you to suck my dick, that means you really push me to a point to where I don't give a fuck and I will square up and fight you.
So what if a guy is like intimate with you and just says that playfully, yo, suck my dick, like that? Like, does that just like get you? Like,
it depends on who the guy is.
Okay,
like,
so there you go. So automatically you just with it. Like,
it depends on who the guy is, because if it's a guy who I'm fucking with and he was like, nah, shut the fuck up, suck my dick, then it might slide.
No,
but see,
it will slide.
You got no.
Said might, it will.
No.
It will.
No, because the wrong nigga says that, and it's a problem.
It's gotta be the right nigga. I'm talking about a right person. I'm talking about a guy who's like elbowed your booty hole, like that type, like
elbowed my booty hole, sir.
If a guy is just comfortable,
what kind of shit are you into talking about elbowing booty holes?
If he's just comfortable to put his elbow by your ass, and that means you that comfortable with him, it shouldn't be no problem with him just saying out of nowhere like, but you know what, this show's good, but you can suck my dick, like, and just be automatically, and that's be somebody you fucking with.
And honestly, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't think there's like. In the back of my mind, I'm always gonna be like, this nigga really just said
wants to hear the invitation of head in a most polite way. Like, I don't think, like, if a guy was to tell you, like, yo, I love your lips, I would really like to see what they're capable of doing. That's the most polite way of a guy to really ask, yo, can you suck my dick? But without saying it so vulgarly. So if that's the case, why would you be able to use it so freely?
Because one, I'm not using it freely. I'm not just willy-nilly telling niggas to suck my dick. But if you earn that level of disrespect, if you earn that from me, then I will freely use that term. But in the sense of intimacy and shit like that, I don't want to hear a nigga ask for that. Like, that's just me. Like, I don't want to. Like, I don't think that.
What's the best way for a guy to ask a woman for head without getting them offended?
Wait for her to offer and see if you that nigga that she offers it to. Because every nigga, not every nigga, but if you that nigga to shorty, you won't even have to ask. How about that? If you're that nigga to shorty, blah, 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 and she want to keep you happy or whatever, then she'll do it after a while without you even having to say anything. But if you constantly finding yourself having to find creative ways to ask a bitch to suck your dick, she probably don't want to do it. And that's just based off of what I know.
I would just cook you a whole bunch of meals that were like dick shaped so that I can just give you the signal.
Wait, what?
We're having hot dogs today, honey.
Nah,
would you like a banana for this morning? Like, I'll just come up with, it's really hot, with a popsicle. Like, I'll just have a whole bunch of blow pops all over the place, just so it just be like, no.
Nah, I don't really see that working.
I have more people on my live right now than that's in here.
So I'm not even surprised that you do. So yeah, we can talk back about this hype beast shit, because we done went on a whole ass tangent about sucking dick and all types of other shit. So since I have you here, like, you say you got an event to go to today, you was out at the studio yesterday, you was out at some other shit where you was doing, like, you're literally all over the place. So tell me a little bit about, like, this whole
you ever seen these
lifestyle.
These new Louis Vuitton vape blasters are really dope.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
It's just a piece of shit that no one cares about 2 months after. It's all hype. It's basically what it is. Just putting a fucking spotlight on some piece of trash. And everyone just being around for the moment until it loses its luster, and then everyone moves on to the next thing.
But so many people subscribe to that culture. How can it be
That's
bullshit?
how it is. That's how the gaffle is. Strip everything away from that person, and they are bland as flour.
But the thing about it is, it's like if it's so much bullshit, like
Welcome
everybody
to high
says,
school.
why does that
Welcome
make
to high
it such a
school.
big thing?
This is high school. This is high school.
So why
Instagram-
subscribe to it? Why do you have 15K followers?
Because if you don't subscribe to it, then you're just one of those nerds that hang out like by the fucking watering hole in the playground.
But see, I've always been a nerd. So
then you be that sexy hot nerd that blow jobs freely to whoever's dealing with them.
Time out. Relax.
To your man, right?
Relax.
Oh, are you saying okay? Ladies and
Relax.
gentlemen, if you get involved with her, just know that there will be a lack of blowjobs in that relationship. There you go. Okay. I'm letting him know.
You know what? I'm not even gonna address that. I'm gonna let you rock.
It's all a popularity game at the end of the day. Yo, when you're back, you know what's so real? Let me tell you what's so real. You are talking amongst a room with 5 people to post it up on a blog, hoping for people to be able to watch you, view, and witness. Mm-hmm. If that's not socialites of a standard of people trying to just like be informative and in the now, then I don't know what is. Because without this and all this other shit, what was there left? What were we doing? Do you remember what we were doing before there was internet or IM or?
Well, before internet and IM, people actually would be sitting in a room like this, having drinks, having conversation. There just wasn't a camera or mics
And only five people were doing that. Right now,
no, it wasn't only 5 people. That was the thing amongst everybody. Whoever was the friend group or whoever was the circle or whatever.
Right now, you're doing this blog. Right now, you're doing this blog so you can reach an audience. Correct?
I mean,
day of age where people are keeping small little TVs in front of their hands constantly. People's minds and their short attention spans and their attentions are very fickle. Therefore, you have to find out, like the way that a stream is, how fast the current is going to be where it changes into the new fad. What may be awesome to you now is going to be played out in a week. So you have to always make sure that you catch up to it, especially if you want to be in that field. So today may be striped shirts. Tomorrow might be ripped up shirts. The day after that may be leather bags on your face. Like it can always change. But that's just how the way people are, because people are looking for something new in their boring life. There's nothing for them to do. They have shit to do. Anybody that you see that owns Bape and Gucci and Louis and Fendi and all this other shit, I bet you 1 of 3 things. 1, they don't have a car. 2, they don't have their own place. Or 3, they don't have that many friends that they can call genuine. And usually 2 out of the 3 is what it is. It's only because they're trying to catch up with the now so that they can look popular, so that their lives can have meaning. It's all validation. No, it's all validation. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a blue check next to your name on Instagram, who the fuck are you? It's a validation. Everything's validation.
But we don't have to subscribe to that, is what I'm saying.
So then you can be part of the minors that believe in that stay home and watch Netflix, that still want to be entertained. Or you can understand that and swerve through it and succeed and become one of the entertainers.
Okay, see, so you mentioned something about being entertained. And I think that's a good point. But see, the difference between Netflix entertainment is Netflix was thought about. It was planned. It was presented amongst the board. There were, story plans and plot lines, and there were story maps and all types of shit. There was actual effort put forward into it. People who go on YouTube just to fuck with motherfuckers, who go to fucking suicide forests and pose next to dead bodies, or people who show up for fucking sneakers that are 99 cents or shit like that, where it takes little to no effort. How can we put those two things on the same pedestal?
You can't. You know why? Because YouTube is free.
But people do. If you have 50K followers on YouTube, you're just as famous as Will Smith or Eddie Murphy.
No, you're not just as famous. You're just as entertaining. You become the entertainer, not the entertained. See, that's the thing about it. If you this is my whole thing. This whole fucking world is full of sheep. They're just looking for one sheep to follow that goes the other way. That's all it is. Oh, he's going that way? Oh, we should follow him. Maybe he knows something that we don't know. That's what it is. That's why it's called followers.
Followers, influencers, like if that person is an influencer, that means you are being influenced by that person.
You want me to tell you what it is? Everybody in here is socially awkward. Based on either how they were grown up, raised, or manipulated to think society was like. And the thing is, a lot of people, there's two things in life that control the universe. It's fear and hope, okay? So if you hope for a better day but fear for a worse tomorrow, you're always going to have a 50-50 look in life. But it all depends on where you put it. You can hope for so much in the world, but if you have no fear in it, you're going to fail. Because if you don't have fear, then that means you're just hoping for everything and not expecting the worst. And then always the worst happens when you do that. But if you are fearful 100% and have no hope in it, you're always going to stay to yourself, a mist, and like not knowing what to do and be lost. Majority of the world is like that. Majority of the world is fucking scared. They don't know what's going on.
Look at what happened to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle just came out with a new comedy special, right? He did a joke about how he cannot stop making jokes about trans people. There was no punchline. There was a punchline, but there was no slander towards trans people. There was nothing disrespected towards trans people. It was just the fact of him saying he cannot stop making jokes about trans people. Do you know how many think pieces came out talking about we need to cancel Dave Chappelle and how he was never funny and he was always offensive? People used to love Chappelle's show back in the day. Now all of a sudden, because people's feelings are hurt, they want you to disregard his whole history.
Hold on. That's all about hope. That's all in the thing of hope and fear. At the any way you put it. Dave Chappelle's so funny, so hopeful in his comedy. I love it, and puts me in a great mood. Dave Chappelle is being watched by so many people. What? He said something about trannies? He's putting something about trannies? I am fearful for the following that he has that may hate on trannies. Let's get him out of here. I hope he gets out of here. Hope and fear, any way you put it, is no matter what, the two strongest elements in any equation in life. If you know how to balance those both, you probably will be better than 80% of the people that's living right now.
So when it comes to like fear and all of the different things that you do, what do you think that you fear?
Fear incompletion.
Explain a little bit.
The thought of not completing a task that I was meant to make is what scares me. So the hope of making it better so that it can be completed is what I look forward to. Hope 80, fear 20. Because any way you put it, it can just turn right around and be the other way.
Because not a lot of times people will admit to being afraid of it. But I think that's a new thing now. Like with all of this talk about mental health and about anxiety and about, depression and all of that, I think that now people are able to talk about having fears.
Watch this. What are you hopeful about this podcast?
I'm hopeful for
what's your end goal?
My end goal is that I want to be able to make money doing something that I love. And I love doing my podcast. I love sitting and talking to people. I love having these types of discussions. I want to be able to get paid to do exactly this.
So what's stopping you from making the next step to get there?
Actually, nothing has stopped me just yet. Like, I have my, Cash App set up for my podcast, $PCPOV.
So you need other people's money in order to prosper?
We are in a culture in which people will support what they believe in. So my goal is to build a brand big enough and strong enough for people to believe in, that they will have no qualms about supporting. I'm not asking to have a private jet or to buy Louis, Gucci, Fendi, blah, blah, blah. I just want to be able to pay for a studio, pay for a team.
The only way you're going to be able to do that is by going against the grain. Because everyone else hopes that happens and hopes they can get money and stuff like that. But no one's really willing to take the risk.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people have hopes of being famous. They have hopes of being recognized. They have hopes of being superstars. I don't think they know the money comes with it.
But you have hopes of.
But they rather have the fame and not the money.
You have hopes of making a good podcast to the point where you will get paid for doing it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So therefore, in that way, you just gave out a Cash App for people to donate money towards your podcast.
Yeah, so I could be in spaces like this and not in my mother's living room. Like, I need money to be places like here.
Now here's the thing.
You heard him. He told you how much it costs to rent spaces here. It ain't cheap.
Now here's the thing. If you, as a person, are in such high demand, corporations will pay for your spaces without you even asking.
That's what I'm looking for.
And that's because they feel that you have hope. So they're willing to pay it because they're afraid of losing you to another competition. There goes fear and hope. My whole thing is that the only thing that I see with you is that you do these podcasts, but I don't think you really, really, really do them as much as you should.
What you mean? Talk to me. Let me hear.
What was the last artist that you interviewed? Like artists, up in the air artists, like an A Boogie or ASAP Ferg or.
That's not my goal.
And why is that?
My goal is not to run after.
What if you was there in the moment and it was there and the moment?
If I was there in the moment to where like I happened to be at an event and somebody was like, "Oh hey T, here goes A Boogie," then maybe I might pull out my phone and be like, "Hey, can I do like a little 5-minute interview with you?" Then that would be me owning the opportunity.
Which is what your viewers would want to see.
Because right now I'm
maybe that's the part
up in the air about that.
Maybe you have to figure out what your viewers want to see, apply that to them, supply and demand. Okay. Because that honestly is what people want. They want to be able to know what kind of avenue they're getting to and they're going for it. Once again, it's like, they want to follow. Like what you're giving a person ammunition to listen to your blog for is for them to have entertainment and to be insightful. So that's what they want. You just got to target those type of people and know exactly what you want your blog to be about and just go for it, no matter what.
I feel like my people who I know the most, they want to see me interact with other people the way that they know that I can. I'm going to ask certain questions. Like the last person that I had on, she was mentioning to me that she has, multiple children with autism. I couldn't be me and not ask her, like, what does that feel like? What does that entail every day? Like, how do you manage? Like, me talking to you today is, I can't live that hype beast life. I told you I did it that one day. I could never do that shit again. I could never do that shit again.
I can't live that life, but knowing the field that I am in, I have to. Because
I wouldn't subscribe to that.
But then that's the thing about it. But if that's the case, what is your blog going to be about? How are you going to be able to reach out to people if you don't reach to people?
I'm gonna reach the people the way that I feel that I need to reach the people. Like my whole thing is, I am somebody who toes that line. I am somebody who grew up in the hood but went to a PWI. I fucking hung out with drug dealers, blah blah blah. I also have friends who are lawyers, doctors, engineers, all of that good shit. Like I am legitimately towing that fence.
I guess what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is everything has to do with a demographic. Mm-hmm. Hype beast people is hype beast people. I know my market. My market is for the weirdos and weirdettes. That's who I go for.
Everything about what I see on your page is very in line with what's on trend, what is expected,
You know why?
Is what you call
You know
it,
why?
and none of it seems
Because
weird.
weirdo is trendy. And that's the thing that people missed years ago before I started bringing up weirdo. And that's why everyone fucks with me. Weirdo is the new cool. I've been repping weirdo since 2008. When everyone was looking at me, was like, "Oh, you doing that weird shit?" Now it's like, it's normal. It's normal. So everyone looks at me like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like, well, shit. Years ago, I would do this shit and motherfuckers would call me weird. Now I do it and people call me funny. You see how shit changes? At the end of the day, that wheel is going to turn to you and it's going to be like, alright, the shit you was into is now finally coming afoot. You ready? That's exactly what opportunity is.
Well,
Yeah, we had to take a break real quick. This would be the part where mid-roll ad goes. So if you would like to be a mid-roll advertiser, email me at hoodlogicpc@gmail.com. That is hood, HOOD, logic, LOGIC, PC @gmail.com. And you can be our next sponsor. Now back to the show.
let me get a little bit of that too. However, you gotta know me to like say certain things and come at me certain ways. Yeah, like you're not gonna talk to me certain types of way if you ain't know me from way back in the day.
Right.
And people who know me from way back in the day, I would never treat them on some Hollywood brand new shit. Like, so you gotta know how to separate real from fake, industry from, you know, homegrown A1s, blah blah blah. And I don't think that a lot of people know how to do that.
No.
So like for you, like where are your friends from back in the day? Like how many of them can you really?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I got one best friend. His name is Shankster. And the reason why I call him best friend is because he's somebody I known for over like a long time, since I was a little kid. And he never talks to me about music. Like he'll talk to me about music, but he won't talk to me about music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got like friends, close friends, like Pierre I could consider a good friend. But I also can't look at him in that light because he's also business. So you can't look at a friend as business because sometimes, and this is only human nature, you start to get sympathy. And it's just like at times I can't get sympathy with Pierre because if I get sympathy with him, then he's not gonna do his job properly. So I have to be able to be like, yo, bro, like, you know, we cool on, but like, you gotta get this, and this. So I gotta be an asshole too. But
You don't have to be an asshole.
No, you have to be.
You
an
don't
asshole.
have to be an
Listen,
asshole.
listen. Let me tell you something right now. Whoever you're doing business with, and if you are not an asshole to that person, but not an asshole where it's mean, but an asshole to the point where they know you're serious, then you're not serious. No, you gotta be an asshole to be serious.
No, you don't.
Yes,
There's
you
a
do.
way. No, you don't. You don't have to be an
what? I
asshole.
take an asshole serious, then I take a dickhead.
You know
Think
what?
about it.
Cause at least an asshole is gonna have me in some shit.
Right.
Then a dickhead pissed me off.
Right. Big difference. Big.
Literally, if you're thinking about that metaphor. An asshole will have you in some shit, but at least you know it. Like, this nigga's an asshole. Fuck it. But he got me here.
People like assholes.
Someone who's a dickhead, who's just joking with you and friendly, is gonna do nothing but piss you off. They're not gonna do shit. This is gonna piss you off. You're gonna be like, yo, stop playing. What we doing? No, come on, man. Let's go fuck with some bitches real quick. You know, like, yo, stop being a dickhead, man. Let's get some shit going.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with an asshole. Straight up.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it's because men get to do that.
No,
And
I think you want to know.
no. Men get to do that, and they get a pass because when women are that type of strict and they're that type of militant about what they want, all of our labels have the negative connotations.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at when Nicki Minaj went to Joe Budden podcast.
Listen, I don't even. Y'all give me another example. I'm not taking Nicki Minaj as an example.
Why not?
I am not taking Onika in an example. I'm sorry.
Why not?
I can't take her serious. Why? Because she's just complaining about what Joe Buttons, who also is another person who has woman tendencies. No, thank you. I'm not taking that as an example. Give me another example. I'm not taking Nicki Minaj and Joe Budden. You might as well just say two bitches fighting in a laundromat.
Two bitches fighting in a laundromat. Are you fucking serious
That's
right now?
exactly what it is. fighting in a laundromat. And it's bullshit.
You know what?
It's not real. Do you know what's the biggest industry conspiracy in the world right now?
What?
That. Religion. You know that? Okay? You gotta understand this. Thousands, not even thousands, hundreds of years ago, Spaniards used to roam around the earth forcing people to become Christians, forcing their beliefs of religion, forcing that they had to worship a man that was similar to their liking.
Hence the
Okay?
Spanish Inquisition.
Okay? What I'm trying to explain to you is that religion is the biggest gaffle of them all. And everyone is just so paying attention to other shit. They're not even realizing that aspect of it. That's something that is so maniacally huge that is printed on the money that you have in your pocket. You don't even seem to look at it as fit to even notice in your life.
My relationship with religion is completely different, though.
But that's the thing about it. But that's what you're not understanding, though. Because at the end, it's like throughout all this spectrum of social blah blah and bullshit fireworks that they're letting off, you're not looking at the aspects of military, religion, businesses, corporations, hospitals, martial law.
No. I look at all of that, but I feel like all of that is separate.
Let me
from
ask you
what
this. Let me ask you this.
religion is truly
Let me ask you
for.
this question. Let me ask you this question. Misinformed and woke. Who signed the bill to allow martial law?
I don't know.
Exactly. It was Barack Obama.
So let's see. Barack Obama, martial law.
I took a Henny for that. I had to take a shot for that.
And we gonna see what shows up. So, the National Defense Resources Preparedness Executive Order, which is Executive Order 13603, is an order of the President of the United States signed by President Barack Obama on March 16, 2012. A number of viral emails claimed that the executive order creates martial law. The purpose of this executive order is to delegate authority and address national defense resource policies and programs under the Defense Production Act of 1950. Executive Order 1306 provides the framework and authority for the allocation or appropriation of resources, materials, and services to promote national defense. A number of viral emails claim that the executive order creates martial law. Similar claims were reported by Texas Congresswoman, blah, blah, blah. In reality, the order updated long existing directives that have been issued ever since the Truman administration. So
Well, it's been there, but
yeah.
Was all right. Let me explain this to you. Okay?
Wait. No. I'm not done. Because it says
No. I'm explaining to you. No.
it updates the resources covered under the Defense Productive Act, which enacted in the 1950s, is reauthorized by Congress every few years. The act allows presidents to delegate authority to various federal departments
When you
and
get a
agencies.
chance, I want you to look into the new revised version that they put. And then you come back and tell me. Now let me explain.
I'll probably do that at another time. But I'm just saying, all it says in that is that he updated it to it.
Yes. Think about it.
He just is allowed. He signed it to say that they can allow to do other adjustments.
They needed a huge distraction so that they can do this shit for you guys. And that is exactly when he got elected into office. Immediately was like, yo, let's get this out the way. While everyone's so fucking diluted by yes we can and yes we can. And there's a black
Wait,
man
let me
in
ask,
office.
did you vote?
No, I would never vote. Because at the end of the day, our vote don't mean shit. Our votes don't mean shit. The only thing it is it's a fucking placebo. Okay? Basically, it's like, hey, here's a sticker. Feel good today that you made a difference. But actually, it doesn't mean shit.
I'm mad y'all said that at the same time.
In reality, we only care about the Commonwealth states. The ones that have the rich fucking people that's going to pay for these campaigns.
That's right.
So my vote really doesn't fucking matter at all.
The Electoral College is always putting people in.
I don't understand how nobody in Congress has said, "Hey guys, let's get rid of this."
Listen,
'Cause that's
as
what
long
it
as
is.
as long as the same Rothschild, right? Yeah. Rothschilds. The same, as long as the same Rothschild lineage.
So what are we supposed to do? Live the rest of our lives and fucking saying, "Woe is me, the 1%," and blah blah blah.
Unfortunately, the 1% is the most powerful fucking thing because they have all the resources.
So if you have a skill, that you know how to do, say you know how to grow corn. You're growing corn for fucking Green Giant or whoever, Goya or whoever.
Right.
Your skill, Goya can't take away from you.
No.
Wait, no. Goya, no. Goya could not take away your skill
But
from
Goya,
you.
but Goya can
listen.
Goya can find 3 more less.
If it's a 99% versus the 1%.
Standing though, because peep this. Out of 99%, if one person is a billionaire, that means that one person was better than the 99%. So you're saying the 99% of the people that wasn't shit enough to get money should fuck up the one person? That's anarchy. You're asking to rob that one person.
No, and I'm like putting like this too. Remember what we said about followers and influencers? Most people are sheep.
Right.
Look at schools.
Right.
What are we learning in schools nowadays? They don't teach how to do automobiles anymore.
Right.
They don't teach you trade shit.
Yes, they do. All the high schools now have been broken down into campuses of different specifications. You have one. Look at Evander Childs. Look at Columbus. Look at all of these big known high schools that have been broken down into all of these different specialized schools.
They're broken them down because it's overpopulated.
Yep.
That's
exactly
why.
what
My
happened.
high school was 3 schools. Now it is 12 schools.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay, that is bullshit.
You can't even talk about
12?
Evander Child. Look how fucked up that place was.
They're not teaching.
Well, I didn't go to
There's-
Evander. I went to
there.
fashion
It
in the
was
city.
fun.
I went to
I went to Artisan in the city.
I
That's
went
what I
there.
went.
I
Okay.
went to Erasmus. Like, yeah.
So all right. So all right. So even better. So as somebody who went to an arts high school, that has allowed you to become the artist that you are now, to
Nope.
where you can have.
No, it hasn't.
How it has not?
Because I went to art and design for art. I went to art and design to do fashion merchandising and commercial art and animation. I got kicked out senior year for throwing a kid out a 2nd-story window.
Why the fuck did you throw somebody out of a
Don't
window?
hit me in the face. So pushed him and the window was open and he fell out. So it wasn't really my fault per se.
Yes, it is your fault.
All right, fine, it is. I beg to differ though. But after that, I got into music. And I was just like, shit, I should have got into music first. I should have went to LaGuardia. I got accepted to LaGuardia too. And I didn't go to LaGuardia. I went to art design. You know, Nika was at the same testing.
Oh, really? Huh.
And I didn't go because I was just like, I want to do art. So when I went over there and realized I don't want to do art really, then that was it. The only people that went to the school I went to was ASAP Ferg and this porn star called Lethal Lips. And J Mills.
Really?
Yeah. I used to record J Mills in his mom's living room when I was in high school.
Oh. What was his song? I forgot.
Yeah, and then no, and then
no.
Whatever.
Well, all right. So back to what I was saying. What I was just saying is that the 1%. There's no way you're ever going to go against the 1%. It's never going to happen. If that's the case, then why not award everybody gold medals at the Olympics?
It has nothing to do with gold medals. It has. All right.
But they don't want to change.
You're just not understanding. You're just not understanding what I did. Immediately, what I just said is exactly what you're just not understanding. What makes a person a 1% is they're always constantly competing, regardless, no matter what.
The minute we all realize that we are all equal, we are all humans, we all bleed the same blood, we all die, we all go through grief, happiness, love, loss, whatever. We all go through those things. The sooner we realize that, the better off that we will be. Because the more that we hold on to these things that separate us, whether we're working class, middle class, high class, whether we're poor, whether we're black, whether we're Christian, whether we're Muslim, all of these things that have been designed to divide us, the sooner we say, all right, fine, you're different from me.
Okay,
but we're both people and we both have to live here. The sooner
we're never going to be able to do that. You know why?
The sooner we acknowledge that, the better off we will be against the 1%, the powers.
Let me explain something to you. that culturization of hip hop, of the way that they're making it format that will sell. Name another genre of music that does the same exact thing they're saying. Let me repeat the question again. Name another genre of music that tears down their own people except hip hop.
That tears down their own people?
I never heard a rock and roll song about white people wanting to kill each other. Or I've never heard a country music song.
They kill himself.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's emo. That's a different story.
Well, if you want to talk about that, then a lot of rock music talk about people who worship the devil and kill everybody.
That's fine. That's
too.
fine. That's fine. I want you to tell me a music genre besides hip hop that glorifies. There is none.
And the rappers who do try to do that, they don't get the media.
Their recognition, they don't. But do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Let me explain why. Because the 1% is painting the picture for the 99, and the 99 is allowing that picture to be painted.
Hey, notice that last part that you said.
But
if the 99 would get it together and stop doing that shit,
you're never going to be able to get the 99%, and the only reason why is
fucked up.
It's not your fault.
That's
it's sheep.
Welcome
to what sheep are. That's what I said earlier.
That's fucked up.
That's what I just said to her. That's why I just said the whole thing. I just said the exact thing. Religion is the biggest scam. That is what holds people down. Fucking going crazy in this world. Killing for no personal reason whatsoever.
Cops are killing black people every day.
That's
with no fear of heaven or hell or anything. People are killing trans people every day with no fear of heaven or hell. People are killing fucking kids every day with no fear of heaven or hell.
Absolutely wrong.
That doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense.
Because if a person was that maniacal, he would walk around and shoot everybody, and anyone else would not.
Do you know how many random
Let me continue.
shootings we have in America right now?
No one would care to stop them.
Nobody stops these shooters.
These
shooters get walked into fucking
jail
jail with Burger King and all types of shit. People let these shooters live.
You're not understanding. It's fear and hope. They're just scaring you for a reason. Do you know that the reason why all these shootings is going on so that the 99% can vote to abolish guns, which is changing the amendment. So they want to change the amendment by putting fear and saying, well, we'll to protect you, hoping that we'll protect you. But at the end of the day, they'll be like, all right, cool. Thank you for giving us your rights to bear arms. Here goes your little small pea shooters. Oh, what's that? We have AK-47s. Do whatever the fuck we want. That's it. Do what we want. Because we have guns that shoot faster than your pea shooters. Fear and hope. It all resorts back to that. Any way you put it, it's always going to resort back to it. So there's nothing that you can tell me that sounds 1%, 99%, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, if you beat to your own drum, to your own rhythm, people are bound to follow you because they don't know what to follow.
Most people follow what society has in place for them. Go to school, go to college, get that corporate high-paying job, which is all bullshit. It's bullshit.
Because I feel like not everybody is born to be a superstar. Some people are born to be the garbage man. Some people are gonna be CEOs. Some people are gonna be born to be regular office workers.
Explain to me about Welvin.
Some people are going to be born to flip
Why did Welvin
burgers.
become famous?
That's just what it is.
Why was Welvin famous?
Who?
Welvin. Why?
I don't know why he was
hideous and confident, and people admired that. So they looked up to him and they followed him.
I'm mad you called him hideous and confident.
But that's true. He's hideous and confident.
I think people hyped him.
People hyped him, and he didn't crumble. He didn't crumble. He kept going with it. So people was like, "Yo, that's dope."
But where is he now?
Oh, he's homeless. He's in Nevada, homeless. Let me tell you something right now. Andy Warhol said it best. Everyone in this world will get their 15 minutes of fame. It's what you do with that 15 minutes is what matters. Everyone in this world will get 15 minutes of fame. It will be to the point where they are right there and on the spotlight, and people are watching, listening, and hearing. And depending on what you say in that moment is what makes either a lasting impression or a next person. So at the end of the day, if you have that confidence and drive, just like Gary Vee. Gary Vee, millions of people follow that man. Why? Because he's loud, obnoxious, but he's speaking truths and he's saying facts and he's saying it straight from the heart. A lot of people don't like to do because they like to keep shit to themselves and hold on to shit because they think of this survive thing, dog eat dog type world type shit.
Time out.
Chipotle. Like, I'm giving you a table.
Time out.
Who owns? Do you know who owns Chipotle?
But time out.
Do you know who owns Chipotle?
Time out.
Do you know that McDonald's owns Chipotle?
I've heard that years ago.
McDonald's, so you're eating fancier versions of their food. That's basically what you're eating. Just like how Gap, Old Navy, and Banana Republic are all the same fucking company. You're just having...
Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, Applebee's,
all of them is underneath a company. All of them is underneath a company called Rise Restaurants. All a conglomerate.
Okay.
A lot of products, Marshall toilet paper, fucking Q-tips, all this shit, all under one conglomerate.
Okay.
No matter where you put, any way you put it out there, there's always going to be a conglomerate, no matter fucking what.
The difference with certain weekends, like you got your IPCs, right, and your those little fancy.
Yeah, I picked.
You just gotta when you go in there.
Same fucking umbrella.
They're all under umbrella. No matter what you do, there's no way that you can always. There's no way you're avoiding a conglomerate. No matter what, there's no way you're avoiding that.
You know, there's a community of off the grid people. Most of them probably saved up anything. I heard at least someone saved up like $200,000.
I'm gonna turn it
great.
to you because after this, I think we're gonna wrap up.
They saved up like $200,000, took their family and lived off the grid and living great. Barter system, you know, the whole, you know, trade and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And they're not dealing with none of the bullshit. Growing their own food, doing their own thing. There's a bunch of communities like that, like states like Montana, Idaho, and shit like that. And people don't know because people don't want to do that shit. Like I was even with one of my companies.
People don't want to do it. If you want to do it, then you will.
Well, I was.
People have to have that willingness to do it.
Like, think about it. They won't be. They're not willing because. Why? They're not willing because they're so accommodated and used to it.
My previous.
Why are they going to do that? Right now, me and my mother's in a lawsuit with the city. I mean, like, there was this situation that we got into a car accident. Actually, it was not even a car accident. There was a huge fucking sinkhole in the road, and one of their plows moved the plate, and we drove right into it.
Shit.
So we're expecting about $4 million. So as soon as that's done, but like I was saying, like, it doesn't take much to invent. It doesn't take much to create. It just the most valuable thing in this world is time, because you can't get it back.
Can't get it back.
So if you put the time into something and make it work, nothing should stop
you. Well, you know what? I feel like that's a pretty, good place to end things. Right. I thank you so much.
Awesome.
For coming through, for the conversation.
Come on, show me about this Joker movie.
Once I get on and once I get that, the niggas will fuck with me for real.
Joker
but thank
fire,
you.
But we talking about problem.
Nah, the way they're gonna transition it, I don't think it's gonna be fire, man.
Y'all really talking about that?
Backstory, and add him as a brother to Batman. That's Thomas Wayne's illegitimate son.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you done fucked it up.
Yeah.
Bro, when I read that, I was like, nah, they not doing
about
that.
I didn't even know about that.
I mean, most DC movies is whack, but I was gonna say just cause.
That's crazy.
But you gonna make niggas brother.
I thought it was gonna be like the final laugh. What was it? The last laugh, like that. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was gonna be like that.
Nah, they're trying to make it where he is brother and shit like that. I get it because of the way the game went, Arkham Knight, the way Arkham Knight went, and there was another DC animation that went that way. I get what they're trying to do. If you're gonna bring out a Joker movie, bring out a Joker movie.
Exactly.
You know?
Because this is gonna be the first movie that is focused on Joker.
Exactly.
Oh, so this is what y'all want to be hype about? Like this is what this is where y'all getting y'all bag? This is how y'all getting y'all bag? Heard you. So you know what? On that note, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of PCPOV. We'll catch you next time. Bye.